Well, hello. Let's see. I'm embarking on another trip today to see exactly what I can get. What I've done today, I've come out to a place that's not too far from where I live. It's actually right in the middle of a cemetery. I've been here once before. It's called East End Cemetery. And as I was riding through, it's a relatively nice wooded area on the outskirts of it, on the perimeter, I should say. And as you're riding through, you can come across a pretty interesting number of compositions. And today was no exception. And as I was riding through, you can see there's a stairway leading upward, and there's a beautiful tree right in the center. And the stairway is actually forming a nice leading line. And I thought I would use this. The sun is getting relatively close to the horizon right now. So I probably got actually sunset isn't until around 6:30. And it's just maybe around 3:30 right now. But because of where I'm sitting right now, as you can see, we have some hills. We have an elevated area here. So I'm not going to have that much time. Long before the sun actually sets, the sun will actually be below the horizon here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up and get a composition together here. And of course use the stairway as a leading line upward. As you can see, we have some nice cloud formations here. So and some relatively moderate fall colors mixed in. So I'm going to set up a composition and see exactly what I can get. Okay, I have my first shot set up, and it's looking pretty good. There's a bit of the dynamic range is pretty wide here, but I think I can pull it off. The histogram looks pretty good, so I should be able to bring up the shadows in post with no problem whatsoever. And obviously I'm preserving the highlights. That's the most important thing here. You can see here. Okay, it looks like a pretty good shot from here. And I really like the stairs working as a leading line. And I'm ready to take the shot. See, my settings right now are a 50th of a second at f-stop 11, ISO 100. And I'm going to go ahead and take that shot now, and we'll see what we get. Oh boy, all right. I think I was fortunate enough to be able to get my last shot in. I'm at another location, which is maybe about a quarter of a mile from where I was just a little while ago. And you can see there's a tree right behind me here. Fortunately, I got the shot. It was illuminated nicely by the sun as it was setting. As I had mentioned earlier, where I'm located right now, there's a pretty high hill right here. And the sun has actually dropped just below the hill. And I was losing the light pretty quickly. So I was able to get a shot of this tree. If you'll look here, you can see it has a very interesting structure. A lot of the bark has rotted and decayed off of the tree itself. And it's left a pretty interesting pattern. The light, I was getting nice side lighting coming on it. And fortunately, I was able to get the shot just before the sun dipped down below the top of the hill. Okay, by the way, I've been shooting with a Nikon 18 to 200 millimeter 2.8 lens. It's an old classic lens, but it's still razor sharp and does an excellent job. I also used a polarizing filter on both of the shots. So I'm going to scout around and see if I can get just maybe one more shot. I'm not going to have any light now, unfortunately, but we're getting a basic soft illumination throughout this entire area. So hopefully something will transpire and I can maybe get one more in the bag before I turn it in. All right, let's see what happens again. unfortunately, as Mother Nature likes to do on occasion, it proved me wrong, and the sun actually peeked out 2 more times. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the camera in position in time enough to get the shot. Contrary to what I thought, the sun is just barely still visible, just barely. So hopefully I'll get just a glimmer of light for the composition that's right in front of me. I had some nice illumination in the foreground earlier, just a minute or two ago, but just as quickly as it came, it went. I have the camera set up now to take the shot, and hopefully I'll get just a glimmer of light to give me something to work with. If not, well, I guess that'll probably be it for today, and I will go ahead and pack it in. But, well, unfortunately, that's just the way it is with landscape photography. You're at the mercy of Mother Nature. You're at the mercy of the elements, and you have to play by their rules.
Well, my. Shortly after making that particular comment, the heavens simply opened up, and I got some very nice light peeking through the clouds, and I was able to fire off, several shots. Out of the shots that I fired off, I think I got maybe one relatively decent shot. The light was relatively good, nice and warm, contrasty because of the area where I was. You decide for yourself whether or not this shot is even worthy of discussing.
If you've enjoyed this video, please don't hesitate to comment, like, and please subscribe. Okay? Until next time.